Wow, this is big. This is big. I don't think anyone understands how significant this is going to be. The writers' strike in Hollywood, the Writers Guild of America using their fundamental right to withhold their labour. Oh, let's talk about it after the scroll. Bonjour. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I've got to admit, I've got palpitations. I've got palpitations because if the writers, if the writers don't get, I mean, to be fair, I don't know what their demands are, because in the UK at the moment we have nurses and doctors and teachers, amongst others, all withdrawing their labour as their inalienable right in fundamental human rights to withdraw their labour, and we're all thinking, wow, and it's to do with pay, conditions, etc., etc., what's going on. Now, when I look at the Writers Guild of America going on strike, I just can't help thinking that you haven't got a lot of leverage here, guys. You haven't. Aside from the late night, I understand that there's a late night talk show aspect to this, and not just that. Maybe daytime stuff where there's sketches written for certain show hosts that you need quick, on the ball writers, that are on it, that are on the ball. There's a political element to it. There's an acidic element to it. It's cutting. It's on the edge. Yeah, I'm not talking about that because I think they've got leverage. The other side for me that hasn't got leverage is the classic Hollywood side. All the writers going on strike. Do you know what? When I first heard about this all kicking off, and I know I'm a bit late to the game, but after a week, I think it's about a week now since they went, right, we're all out, we're withdrawing our labour, we are not writing for you anymore. I've got to admit, if I was at the top of any department in Dismal Minus, so that's Marvel, Disney, or if I was at Amazon or Netflix or Paramount Plus, and etc., HBO Max, or you name it, doesn't matter. I would be thinking, I'll just employ someone else. In fact, I would be thinking, I think I'll just write this myself. Because if these are the writers, you imagine at Amazon, if the Rings of Power writers went, right, we're down in tools now, you're not getting any more of that. We've just started doing series 2, but if you want to roll on with it and make it as successful as series 1, you better come to the negotiating table and talk with us, otherwise it ain't happening. You all know where I'm going with this. At Dismal Minus, no wonder they cancelled. Perhaps they got wind of it, because no wonder they cancelled season 2 of Willow, because they thought, ooh. But maybe it wasn't just that. There's no Kenobi series 2. There's no Book of Boba Fett series 2. There's no more Mandalorian without the writers. If the writers are on strike, what are we going to do? Over at Netflix, the writers of Cowboy Bebop and that marvellous Resident Evil series I mean, they must be apoplectic with fear over at Netflix, thinking, oh, well, what are we going to do about these writers of this calibre? What are we going to do? Who are going to write? Who today can write for us the myths and legends of tomorrow without these writers? It makes me wonder. I mean, it's dark days indeed when it puts the second series of She-Hulk in doubt. Oh no! I mean, come on. If it surely hasn't come to that. Sure, it can't. It can't. Ms. Marvel. I mean, I thought there was going to be a series 2 of that, and bearing in mind she is in the Marvels. That's in the can, so we're safe for that one, everyone. We're safe for that one. Oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that. That they didn't. I mean, you imagine a world without the Ms. Marvel TV series and the Marvels film. No, it would be the end of Hollywood. I think it would just be the end of entertainment as we know it. And was it Amazon? Who was it that did the Halo? That gave us the Halo computer game adaptation? Well, we need how many millions and millions? How many tens of millions? I mean, I know the game sold in the hundreds of millions. So all of those people are waiting for Series 2 because it was so good. It was so good. They can't. To be fair, now I'm thinking about it and I'm working out my feelings and thoughts with you lot. No, I think they're out of order withdrawing their labour because we can't. I don't think entertainment can survive without these writers. They bring us so much joy. They bring us so much joy. I mean, what am I going to go to the cinema and watch? If there's no sequel to Shang-Chi, if the writers of Shang-Chi are on strike and they're going to say no, you are not getting a sequel to Shang-Chi. No, you are not going to find out what happens to the legends of all of those bracelets. No. And what am I going to do? I mean, what's going to happen to Wakanda? What's going to happen to Wakanda and Namor, or Kakakua, as he's called in his native? I mean, only those writers can bring me more of this. And in my darkest thoughts, like when I went to sleep last night and I was in a frenzy. It was a fitful. It wasn't a good sleep. It wasn't a good sleep. My nightmares were haunted by Morbius and Moon Knight because it was the darkness. I think it was the darkness of the writer's strike pervading my every ounce of my being. No series 2 of Moon Knight. I need to know. I need to know what happens to Khonshu and his power over whatever the name that character was. No more Doctor Strange. I mean, the multiverse of madness was at a level that was, if we are to believe what we are told by the shills and the company itself, that is the pinnacle, it's the height of storytelling. And mate, I can't live without it. Can't live without it. For Love and Blunder, I need another. Are you telling me? Because it's going to kick off if I don't get another Thor film of the quality of the writing ability and talent that delivered Love and Blunder with Takawata Kikega. We aren't, like I say, we're not going to have any more modern legends. We aren't. And Hollywood better sort this out with the writers. We need all of them back to deliver us more of all of the aforementioned series and films. I mean, where would we, if you like book adaptations, I mean, The Wheel of Time, I understand, from the company that made it and the writers that writ it, that it was totally awesome. And the only people, do you know what, all of this stuff from Rings of Power, Willow, all the Marvel stuff, all the Dismal Minus, all that, do you know what, the writers have said that the only people that don't like this are stupid and racist and misogynist and every ist. It's not them, it's us. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I think, do you know what? I think who's in the most trouble here though is the CW. I mean, Gotham Knights has just launched recently. It's going from strength to strength. On the back of Batwoman and Naomi. I mean, what's going to happen to Naomi now? I need a series 2 of Naomi. Oh, wow. No, it's out of order. So this video, I've got to say, is my message to Hollywood. You sort out the writer's strike, because otherwise entertainment is going to suffer, and it will be on you. Bring back the writers of all this, because we need them. We love them, and they are an exceptionally talented bunch. They are the light of their generation for talent and exceptionalism and imagination. And I know that all you producers out there and execs, you bring out the talent in them. You extract what they write and create. You extract the best from them. And that's where we are. So please, I'm begging you, Hollywood, please, don't let this strike go on for too long, because we need all of this golden talent back. Thank you.